Okay. Hello, dear friends. Good evening. Such a beautiful, beautiful evening. Oh, what I'm doing? This is afternoon. Did not even use my brain to talk. I just Sunday, beautiful day, and I am thinking of relax, but I am too relaxed. I did not do anything, and I do not feel good, and I feel it's just too over wasting my life. So I decide at least there is something I can do to make me a little bit better. How about do a makeup, right? If you do not do anything, if I do not do anything and let myself be lazy, I will just become over lazy. And I do not want to go to that too much. A little bit lazy is good, and if too much beyond what, if too much static stage of physics of my body, it will slow down my brain. I think if we do not have action in our body, physic, our brain will not have much energy, dynamic in thinking different, thinking more active, more positive. So this is why I want to make some action. Does not even need to be a big, huge action. Makeup can brighten up my my heart, my spirit. So I think this is the right thing to do. Okay, my light bulb moment. So I think I can dedicate this video for your paperwork. The reason is there was one friend mentioning the other day I made a video for pregnant women, and to my surprise I got so many comments. Some people say I am pregnant, first baby. Some people say I'm pregnant for second baby. And some people say we are about to know whether I am pregnant or not. Anyway, we got so many responses, and there are other responses kind of enlighten me. One friend said, I am not pregnant, but your video kind of calmed me down, and I put your video on the backdrop as when I do my paperwork. So this morning, as I went to swim on my way, I do not know why, there pop up a video how to deal with toxic people. how to, yeah, those kind of things. Then I was thinking, why not I take advantage of my own voice? You know, my voice is not strong, it's not heard. When I talk in classroom, people do not listen to me. My students do not listen to me. And this is very much to my disappointment or to my discouragement that my words are not heard. Maybe because I am not talking important things. Maybe because for younger children you need a stronger voice. Anyway, it's just not my strength to talk loud, to talk with strong voice, with impactful things. I think instead of fighting to get people listen to me, I will just be myself. It's too hard to be the perfect teacher, to be a better teacher. I would rather to be a bad teacher and still be myself. What did I say? Did I say I would rather to be a bad teacher? I do not mean it, okay? I would rather to be myself than for trying to be a good teacher and losing myself. True, that is politically correct. Oh, I love it. Okay, I think, and also when you think about it, our strength is our weakness, and our weakness is our strength. Why do I say this? Because my strength in front of camera, in front of you, is that I do not have a strong voice. But when we change perspective, when we change location, situation, and purpose of this voice, I go to classroom, my strength has become my weakness, right? But on the other hand, when you think about it, you go to school, you be a teacher, but you are still a human. You are not a superhero, you are not a super teacher. Even if you are a super teacher, you are just another human being, a part of the big composition of the world, which students, one day they will grow up. I have been teaching for almost in the same school 20 years. I have seen students from 5 years old until 25 years old, or at least 20 years old. I see they change. I see it's a very, very empowering moment to see them. I have seen that people do grow up. They do grow into a more successful, more powerful, more important, more mature person, let's say. So they will go to the society. They will see the world. And I am part of the composition of the society. If they get to know that there are weak bosses, there are incompetent, which is so often, there are teachers who are incompetent. And you are seeing an example in front of your eyes, which is myself. And I need to get my lip. There are peoples who are incompetent. There are teachers who are incompetent, as myself. There are co-workers incompetent. There are toxic persons, such as myself. Why do I say this? There was one time we went to a back to school night. And I was very tired. I was waiting for my turn to talk, to give a presentation. I was tired and I was unprepared for a new challenge coming to me. So a long day, exhausted, so I was waiting there. And very naturally, my lip, my eye just drooping down like this. I was in my most natural, ugly stage of myself. Just so exhausted. And this time, one parent passing by and come to me and just say, smile. And suddenly, it lightens me up. I suddenly realize how ugly my face is. Oftentimes we say, he is a toxic person in workplace. She is a toxic person in workplace. Have we thought that I am the toxic person in workplace? It is myself. No need to blame others. When someone is a toxic person, it does not mean this person is forever, always a toxic person. I was the toxic person in that day because I was tired, because I got new challenge, because there are things I went out of my control, because I was not very well prepared, because something happened. I was just not capable enough, smart enough, experienced enough to handle it in a better way, in a good way. I failed that day. For example, so as I was listening to that about toxic person, how to deal with toxic person, have we thought about it? That first, the toxic person could be ourselves, and we have a chance to be that toxic person, number one. And number two, I am not, by definition, a toxic person. I am not always toxic. I have a majority of my life, if say 100% is my complete life, at least I have 50%, actually more than 50%, that I am a normal person. I am an ordinary person. I am not an excited, happy person like someone which I admire, but it's the DNA of myself, it's the internal composition of myself, that I am not an outgoing, excited person, but majority of the time I am a good person, or not so toxic person. So I want to say that everyone can be that person. And if I am a toxic person, there is a reason. When I think about my own reasoning, when I think about the reason for me to be toxic, and when I get other people to remind me, I switched immediately. And I start to standing there. At the beginning, I was standing like this. You can see, shoulder down, lip down, eye down, looks old. And I'm just like this, standing there. Nobody wants to see it. Nobody deserves to see it. And then I start to, after this parent remind me, I start to put my hand here, or at least I raise up a little bit, put my lips a little bit tilted up, and I did not smile like Jim Carrey. Is that? I did not smile like this. I just put myself into a calm stage, like this. So I can change. A toxic person can change. When we deal with other people, first, if we have the intelligence, if we have the brain power, if we have the logical capacity, think about the other person, which is me. Think about the other toxic person, which is me. That maybe she's tired. Maybe she didn't have a good sleep. Maybe she got a phone call from her son's or her daughter's school principal. Maybe her husband has a very stressful day. Or maybe she went shopping and just had bought something not good. She went to a restaurant, had a meal, expensive and not delicious. All kinds of reasons, all kinds of reasons. She got pressure from her boss, and she got new assignment for a job that she does not want to do, she's not good at doing. There are so many things. When we distance ourselves, when we understand, when we try to understand other people's situation, it does not grant them the right to be a toxic person, but at least it saves us. I continue to be a toxic person or not has nothing to do with your life. Should not impairment your life, should not change your life attitude. It's my problem, not your problem. So we should distance ourselves and understand there is something we can control. That is our heart, our emotion. There is something we cannot control, which is other people's problem. Hai Ying's problem is Hai Ying's problem, is not your problem. Is that Hai Ying decide to be a toxic person does not change. If you want to be a good person, if you are a positive person, however, Hai Ying is toxic and is bad, is angry, will not change you. Do I make any sense? So first, we should try to understand and have a different way of thinking. I was not against a parent-teacher conference. I was not against a back to school night presentation. I was not against my colleague. I was not against my school. I was not against that extra evening service. I was against my tiredness. It's my own problem. So try to have different way to see one situation. Get ourselves a better understanding, a different perspective to see things. Not to save that toxic person, not to save Hai Ying, but for your own goodness, for your own mental health. One thing, yeah. Distinguish who is the problem. If you are not the problem, be good, keep on being good. The next thing is not to let those negative person direct your life, interfere your life. Hai Ying decide to be toxic, Hai Ying decide to be rotten, let her rotten. You still have your right to live a good life. Switch off this video. Go to listen to positive talk, encouraging talk, nice talk, good talk, not listening to a toxic person talk. Things like that. And if you are just by chance having a lunch, a dinner with that person, quickly finish and say bye-bye and not to call back. You do not need to save the world. You do not need to save others when you are not ready. When you are ready, you want to be a Samaritan to save the world. When you have the capacity and when you have enough energy, enough positivity to deal with it, come back. Physically distance from it. Mentally distance from those people. And keep on doing your paperwork. Keep on doing your makeup. Keep on doing your origami. I am into origami these couple of days. And I have one project I just cannot make it right. It drives me toxic. It drives me toxic. It drives me crazy. I just cannot mathematically figure it out or logically get myself totally understand it. Yeah, so what I am trying to say. Just keep on doing your things and live your life. Keep on reviewing your delayed reimbursement for your job. Keep on counting your sales recording. Keep on doing your graphic design. Keep on fine-tuning a little bit of your work you need to do. And keep on cooking, keep on cleaning, keep on walking, keep on running, keep on swimming, keep on doing your things. Do I make any sense? Thank you very, very much. This video actually brightened up my day. Maybe I should use more of this time and make it kind of a podcast. This will be on my podcast, and the title of this video will be a video or a podcast for your paperworks. I love you. I really do. Do. Bye bye, friends. Am I silly enough? Am I still toxic? When you express yourself, when you have a channel to let things out, you cleanse yourself, and that is good. That makes me happy.